Hey everybody, this is another Things What I Like. Today just talking about armor in Halo that I like. It's not a top 10 list, it's just what I like in no particular order. Let's hit it. We'll say very briefly, none of my Halo 5 custom games saved, so no footage of that. So we're starting off with the Nightfall Armor. This is the armor that Spartan Locke wore in the Nightfall miniseries. This is kind of on here for one particular reason. It's because the visor in this particular helmet has a mirror sheen as opposed to every other helmet in Halo 5 for some reason having like a textured kind of appearance to it. So I like it for no other reason than because it's just got a nice shiny faceplate. Otherwise, it looks cool. I do appreciate like armor that looks like it has a tactical application. And a lot of Spartan armor, it's like, yeah, it looks like it's protecting you, but like where do you put stuff? Where are your pockets? And this looks like it's very ready to go. Right out of the box. Next up, we have the Helio Skrill armor from Halo 5. This is kind of a fun one. It's basically like, hey, what if we got those dang old dinosaurs to make us some gold-dang armor? And this is what it looks like. I do like it because I like the Covenant design sensibilities, just smooth lines everywhere, and I do appreciate that this one kind of looks like the Arbiter armor in a way. The arms and even the helmet has that kind of very similar, like, back sort of thing going on. It's cool, I like it. Next up, we have the SPI Armour from Ghosts of Onyx. This is just kind of a little in-betweener. It's not quite Mjolnir, it doesn't have energy shields, it's just a little kind of infiltration armor sort of thing. When I was a kid reading the Ghosts of Onyx book and looking at the cover, I know Halo 3 hadn't come out yet, and the logic was in Halo 1, you wore the Mark 5, Halo 2, you wore the Mark 6, so you look at this, I'm like, is this the Mark 7? Is this what Master Chief is going to look like in Halo 3? Obviously not, but, you know, when you're young and you don't know better, your mind races. Anyway, I put it on there, it's just neat. I just like it. Next, we'll take a look at the Recruit Armor. This is the default Spartan 4 armor from Halo 4 and Halo 5. I do like it because, like, if you look at it, it looks very basic, very simple. It does look like, you know what, hey, we just gave you super soldier augments, we're going to start you out with the trainer wheels, here you go. The helmet design is very nice, it's very... Like, you look at it, you're like, you know what, that's a science fiction, that's a Halo-looking thing right there. It's not, you know, the Halo look, but you look at it, you say, yeah, that fits. It's pleasing to the eye, the symmetry is nice, it's just got, I think, nice proportions, especially in Halo 5, because all the Spartans in Halo 4 look weird and gangly. Next up is any Elite armor. I particularly like the Elite armors from Halo 2 and 3. I find them much simpler than the Reach 5 and 4 designs, because in Halo 2 and 3, you can play as an Elite in the online multiplayer mode, so the designs had to be kept simple and fair and balanced with the Spartan kind of silhouettes. I even like just the basic Elite look with no armor permutations, just simple Elite. And then the Arbiter armor. I actually quite like the new armor as well as the old armor, even in Killer Instinct. You know, it's like, hey, just look at this cool guy with his cool ass armor. He's an old grandpa dinosaur, and he's here to cut you with a laser. So this is not any one particular armor set, but more or less talking about the noble armor in Halo 5 and how I think it looks really good in Halo 5, and how I appreciate the style of Halo Reach's Spartan 3 armor. One, because it looks very kind of bulky, very big, but secondly, it looks very utilitarian. It looks like everything is like intentional. Like you can see the knife on the shoulder, the grenades, the shotgun bandolier, the pouches, it all looks like it's very well thought out and useful. And I also appreciate that it has a bit of asymmetry going on. A lot of the armor in Halo 5, the models are symmetrical, the paint jobs might be asymmetrical, but there's very little like model deviation. So the principal armor of Jun, George, Emil, Kat, and then, well, not Carter. Carter's was default in the game, and it was not asymmetrical, but those armors are added in with the Memories of Reach pack, and they do have little bits of asymmetry here and there, and it looks it adds a bit of dynamicism. It's quite nice. A later DLC pack added some more helmets to the game, some Halo 3 and Halo Reach helmets. So using that, I'm going to kind of use the Halo Reach security helmet to create an approximation of what my Halo Reach Spartan might have looked like. Next up, we got the Hayabusa / Katana armor in Halo 3. The Katana and Hayabusa armor are two separate things, but in the Master Chief Collection, when you pick the Katana, it gives you the Hayabusa armor by default. In Halo 3, by collecting all the skulls, you would get the Hayabusa armor, which is, it's a pretty cool reward for doing what is my favorite thing in the Halo games, just finding collectibles and Easter eggs and secrets. The Katana was a toggleable back piece you would get for completing all the achievements, or just getting 1,000 gamer score when they added all the DLC achievements. The armor itself is kind of a weird reference. Not weird, but it is interesting in that it is modeled after Ryu Hayabusa from the Dead or Alive / Ninja Gaiden series. And you might think that's a pretty weird pull, but Tecmo Koei put Spartan 458, Nicole, in Dead or Alive 4 for the Xbox 360. Don't know why they did that, but then Bungie's like, we'll return the favor, and we'll put a little DOA / Ninja Gaiden nod in our game. So there, it's in there now, you can't stop it. We've already done it. Next up we have, not quite the OG, but pretty damn close, it's the Mark 6, the Halo 2/3 armor. Now, whether or not you play Halo, you can recognize that the Mark 6 silhouette is one of the most, iconic silhouettes in, video game. You look at that, you go, bam, that's a fucking Halo right there, dude. Can't argue with that. Everybody, anybody, not everybody, most people can look at that and probably say, I know that, that's Halo. And overall, the design, I think it's just very, very smart. It expands on the Mark V design, keeps all the best details of it, and then just kind of makes it sleeker, more intimidating in a way. And I think just overall, the design, I think it just looks better. Next up, we got the EOD armor from Halo 3. It's in Reach and 4, and the helmet's in 5. I don't really know why I like it, other than it's weird and boxy and square, and it just kind of looks like a Stormtrooper helmet. So you'd always see people running around Halo 3 and Halo Reach just white with the EOD armor on, saying, I'm Stormtrooper. And I'm sure there are some game types that were probably like, it's a Stormtrooper in the EOD armor. It's got a weird tusks. It's got weird boxy shoulders. It's just neat. Hey man, it's just a lot of stuff in this video game are just neat, Hey man, video games are cool, man. Die. So I said this was not a top 10 list, but this is very obviously and very clearly my favorite because it's the armor that I've been wearing since Halo 3, and it was not present in Halo 4, didn't like it in Halo Reach, but it's back in Halo 5 and it looks better than ever. It's a security armor, and I like it for a number of reasons. Firstly, I'm a big fan of Marathon, Bungie's previous, not their first however, people always forget that Pathways exists, but their previous first-person shooter series, Marathon. I'm a big fan of it. It's not, it holds up. It hasn't aged as gracefully as a lot of other games, but I like it quite a bit. It's endearing. And the security armor in Halo 3 and Halo 5 is pretty much just the security officer's armor from Marathon. And I think that's kind of a fun little, oh, look at that, It's got the Marathon symbol on the forehead. It's big, it's bulky, I like. It just looks like, look at me coming through, here I come. I like the skins for it in Halo 5 as well. When Halo traded hands to 343, a lot of the Marathon references that were in Halo previously were they were dialed back, they were taken out, they were scaled down. But interestingly enough, the helmet in Halo 5 features the Reclaimer symbol on the forehead. And as we know, the Marathon symbol was the Reclaimer symbol, but was changed for the new trilogy. And I think having the emblem there is still kind of a sweet nod. It's acknowledgement of Halo's history in Marathon, its roots. And I think it's kind of a fun little, like, to remove it, I think people would be upset, sure, but, you know, a lot of people who work at 343 are ex-Bungie, and, I mean, there are probably some people who did work on Marathon who did work on Halo 5. So to see it's included, it's just sweet, it's just nice. It warms the cockles of my heart.